What is up, dudes and dudettes? Welcome back once again to our Digimon Next Order Let's Play. This is our part 2/second filler episode just before a finale. If you watched the last episode, you will probably have maybe even came directly from that episode. I failed to mention that in the last part we were going to be doing like a part 1, part 2 of this. I did kind of talk about it towards the end to a certain degree, and I wasn't sure if I was going to do this episode or not, but you know what? We're here now. There's a couple of little like loose ends and things that we can be doing. I thought I'm going to do them off camera anyway. Again, there's not going to be any city recruitment. There's going to be no plot development. There's going to be no digivolving, any of that stuff. No rebirth or anything like that. But there is some tasks that I need to get up to, and I thought, you know what, I mean as well keep you guys with us, and then that way, if you want to watch the episode, as always, you guys can tune in, watch along with me. I'm going to chat nonsense, and if you fancy it, then you can stick around. So yeah. We're just going to be taking a really relaxed episode. If any of that sounds interesting, then stay tuned. Here we go. So welcome folks, welcome to the part 2, so to speak. I hope you guys are excited for our finale. It will be tomorrow, I do believe. I did not mean to go into here. Oh, in fact, I know what's happening. We've actually procced. I thought I went into the store there, but actually I didn't know this worked like this. This is our upgrade for the item shop. We're up to grade 3 now, I believe, for that, and now our item shop, instead of being what once was this small tiny stall with our boy Taomon and Greymon back in the day, we now have this beautiful, massive, I guess it looks like a 2 or 3 story building at this point. I didn't know you could proc these upgrades while actually just being in the district, guys. I was going to talk to Taomon, that's why I was floating about up that end, just while I was waiting on this to occur, but I guess we can just dive straight in here. Now, there's a couple of good things about the item shop upgrade. Obviously, we will have an increased access to more stock, a wider variety of stock from our boy Tento here. Let's go in here and have a little peek, see what we've got to, what we have on offer. So obviously, before we had large recoveries, but now we can buy super recoveries, and I'm guessing that the same will be said. In fact, no, the same is not said for our large recovery MP stuff. I thought there might be like a super MP disc in here, but it looks like, as it stands, the only thing that's upgraded based on the item bank builder upgrade is our super recoveries we now have access to. I don't think there's anything else here. Interesting. I was kind of hoping for a better regen disc, maybe yeah, maybe a better MB disc as well, but we're kind of restricted. I guess super or large recovery hollows, yeah, restores 5,000 within a range, so I guess these recovery options, I've never looked at this before, but that looks like an AoE heal. I guess if you throw that towards like 2 of your Digimon, it'll heal both of them or some shit. I don't really know. I've never actually considered that before. But anyways, another important feature here, guys, with the item shop upgrade is that now Greymon should actually provide us with a better tent if we talk to him. Let's find out. Hey, I just finished it. Well, isn't that convenient, my boy? Young Greymon, the dino himself, God bless, what an absolute legend. I just finished it. This is a premium tent with improved durability. I'd love to give it to you, but hey, this is just my business we're talking about, and it's going to cost 10k. I mean, I mean as well buy it at this point. We're going to be doing a bunch of bit grind in this episode anyway, so there we go. Premium tent picked up from Greymon. Perfect. So again, that was one of the other reasons that we're doing this kind of extra episode, because again, I didn't plan to do 2 of these before the finale, but there is a couple of loose ends that I want to tie up with you guys. Again, could have done it off screen, could have stuck it in a training montage somewhere, but I would rather just wander about and do some of this, get it cleaned up a little bit before we do our finale. So yeah, our Greymon shop visit was one of those. So let's go. Now that we've actually done our upgrade for the day, we can pop into the builder before we go out on our travels. So what we're going to put on to upgrade, that is our next choice. Now obviously I'm looking at things that I want to upgrade. So warehouse is level 1. Really cheap to upgrade. Would make sense to just stick this on, right? But we are kind of limited in terms of our days at this point before our finale starts. Now once the finale begins, I am going to be doing a montage, as I've mentioned a million times already. And in the montage, I'm going to be running around doing stuff where we train up our guys. Now in the middle of that, I don't want to be cock blocked by having, like, if I want to access one of these important building upgrades and I'm cock blocked by, you know, the time restriction of the day, I want to get these on. So what I'm basically trying to say here is I don't want to be upgrading boring stuff like the warehouse, because that's not going to benefit us necessarily in the next few episodes. The hospital, it would be fantastic to upgrade this, but it's not going to be super beneficial, because honestly we're not going to be dying as in the training, hopefully. I mean, it might happen, but it's not really that big of a deal. Restaurant probably will be a big deal, because that will give us a wider access to dishes, as it says down the bottom there. We're going to have access to more things that we can eat, potentially more things that we can benefit us in training, so I'm thinking we might do that. We could also do the advanced item shop, but I don't know if that's just Digivolution items, I could be wrong. Lab, Digivolution, Dojo, Training Hall would all be great. I would love to upgrade things like the Fishing Hole. Again, and based on what I've just said, the Fishing Hole is not super necessary, but I would kind of like to upgrade that for when we do fishing stuff later on. I think rather than spend a lot of time here, guys, Treasure Hunter caught my eye there, I think we're just going to put on the restaurant as I discussed. Sorry to make that kind of rambly, but anyways. Now we can actually go out into the world. We could set these guys on to do stuff as well. I mean, why the fuck not? I don't fancy paying for some of these things, although... Yeah, let's send Jijimon on a real liquid hunt and pay him 1,000 bits, which we haven't really done that much in this series. But there are a couple of things like Starwood. We need a lot of Digileon water, if that's how we pronounce that. I'm never sure, but anyway, we need a lot of that. So maybe these guys can actually provide us with some good stuff. I don't know. I'm not expecting too much from Jijimon and Hagurumon there, because honestly, the stuff that we pick up is never... I mean, sometimes they do surprise me. Jijimon will be like, here's 10 Godwoods or whatever. I don't think he's ever done that, but you get the picture, okay? Now, today, Wizardmon is actually flying us to the Server Desert. Not really anywhere close to where we want to be going. There is some things in Mod Cape that I do want to do, so yeah, I may as well show you guys that. I think... let's just go to regular Mod Cape, why not? I was going to show you guys the Hinterland part of Mod Cape, because there is a very good training spot that one of you fellows, or fellowettes, I'm not quite sure, one of you guys posted down in the comments recently about a really good training spot for our Digimon that I will be using in the montage that I never normally use. I never mentioned it in any of my training spot vids, so we'll probably be visiting that at some point, but we won't do it just now because it's not really important. Now, the reason we are here in Mod Cape, I won't keep that a secret from you guys, we are here to learn a move, guys. We're here to pick up a new ability. Now, our attack skills tree is looking pretty good, but the one we're looking for is one of these final moves. It's either the ice one, the elemental, the darkness, holy, machine, and filth. I'm pretty sure you guys can guess it's not a filth move. We wouldn't be going to that much effort, but I won't spoil what it is. We are going to be picking up here. A lot of you guys will know already, and I think I actually mentioned it before in the series, but regardless, that is our main objective. And then I think what we might actually do is wander through Mod Cape into Faulty Ex Machina, and then from Faulty Ex Machina into some other parts of the map where we can hopefully grind up a little bit. Just going to eat regular meat here. Taking a pause. I'm thinking, do I want to waste meat? Do I not want to waste meat? Blah, blah, blah. But yeah. So we're just going to go wander. The main objective really should be to earn money, because we have just spent 10k on a tent with Greymon, which I forgot about the price of that. So that's something to consider. But honestly, we're just going to be relaxed. Same as last episode. Pretty chill. Just going to wander. I'm going to talk nonsense as always. And yeah. Okay, I can give you folks, you fine fellows, you daddy cats, a glimpse into some new stuff. I mean, down here, that is a new Digimon that we've never encountered before, folks. That's something that we will look at in the future. For the most part, I just want to get past these Jijimon. If I could get past without a battle, that'd be great. So we're just going to use Gankamon's coat and whatnot to shove these dudes out of the way. I should mention, guys, I won't be stopping at every single resource point on the way. I'll just collect the ones that I think are important, or ones that we haven't harvested in a long time. So, yeah. This, for example, is actually Black Gatomon's, one of Black Gatomon's items, so we're not going to pick that up because honestly we can't be asked. We're in the cabin's quarters, I guess, and this is exactly who we want to be dancing with. This Taomon, Silver, I think, and all these Black Agumon. Now, they are going to run away from us, which is kind of interesting. The Taomon, obviously, is not going to run away from us, but let's see. We'll find out how soon it is that Taomon uses the big move on us that we are here to pick up. Based on Taomon's nature and the type of Digimon that Taomon is, you guys can maybe predict what it is, but who knows. We will, I remember the last time we came into this area, guys, and we fought against these folk by accident. We actually ended up having to EXE fuse to get out of the situation, I'm pretty sure. In fact, we EXE fused to fight against Vicmon? Did we fight against Vicmon with EXE? I think we did. I'm pretty sure he was really tough at the time, but anyways, you can come in here, EXE against these guys, and they pay out a lot of money. I'm pretty sure we've beat this fight at some stage of the playthrough already. I'm not sure, but we get 4k, a large MP disc, which is great actually. The large MP disc I never even considered, and 3 best meats, which we can always sell if we're not going to use. But anyways, let's find out if we picked up our move first time. That would be too easy. Yeah, alright. There will be a bit of a in and out of... There'll be a lot of loading screen dancing, you know, a lot of fucking... We're going to be doing the Grand Old Duke of York, in and out the loading screen quite a lot here. Just until we basically get what it is that we're after, and, you know, hopefully we can get it first... Well, not first try, because that was first try. Hopefully we can get it in the first 3 attempts, I would hope. But, yeah, it is just kind of your Donald Duck at this point. I have been... You know, I've done a lot of kind of move grinding in this game. I obviously made the guides for the attack skills, which you guys are never hear me shut up about. Not intentionally, just it slots into the combo. There it is there, boys and girls. Boom de yada. That delightful move right there, Taomon and his big green tornado. This fight is actually already... Oh, I was like, what the hell, that meteor boulder was getting dropped on Taomon. As soon as he was lying down there, that fight went so quick. Holy shit. This time we got a recovery holo disc. And we got a drink as well, which is interesting. We get up this time? No, okay. So as I was saying, I've done a lot of move grinding in this game, guys. I did it for the video guide, for the top moves. I've done some grinding in the series. Normally the game is quite good to us and it behaves itself, but there has been like there has been situations where we have grinded in a fight maybe 4 or 5 times and we still haven't gotten the ability. Now Next Order is so much more forgiving than Digimon World 1 was at giving us moves. But yeah, because I remember when we did Digimon World 1, when we did that playthrough, there was a couple moves, and I remember specifically the one that's triggering me as I remember it. When we were fighting against the chocolate Frigimon, I forgot what they're called, Mud Frigimon, in the plains of, it's close to Gear Savannah, but it's like the Mount Panorama Plains is the area. When you're in the Mount Panorama Plains and there's a big chocolate Teddy Frigimon running about, there was a move that I needed to pick up from them in that series, and that took me like fucking 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I'm not even kidding. Just non-stop battling, in and out, repeatedly, and yeah, Digimon World 1 was a bit fucking old school, man. It was like, nah, you know what, if you want this ability, you're gonna have to fucking work for it, but like, you're gonna have to work for it, boy. But hopefully we have a bit more luck with Taomon here. Luckily the fights do go quickly, so even if we are a bit unlucky with our RNG, the fact is like our AoE is absolutely insane in these fights, so we don't really have to worry about it too much. I think what will happen here is if we don't pick it up from this particular battle, I will probably do a time skip, because again, we're doing a filler episode, we're doing it relaxed, but I don't want to make you guys sit through just absolute garbage. So yeah, we have to kind of filter the garbage a little bit. Now Taomon's almost dead here. I do want to just finish him off with a couple of moves. Hopefully the boulder will knock him on his ass, which it does. Perfect. Alright, be good to this game, be good to this. No, okay. To be expected, but kind of, you know, kind of to be expected, kind of not. I'm going to come in and out here, guys, for a little bit more. Going to do some dancing with this guy, and hopefully we can get our move at some point soon. So I'll be right back when we do. Alright, baby, let's go. We've got all our usual shit, and still no move. Ah, great. That's just what I wanted to hear. Just fucking excellent. Alright. Alright, Pajama Cat, give it up, son. We want to make this nice and snappy, so hit me, baby. Okay. Alright, fam, come on. Behave yourself. Can we get lucky? Nope. Alright, baby, come on now. Be good to me. You fucker. You snake little sneaky... This time, maybe? Please? Please? What the fucking heck? Running in my Nikes. That's the way it's meant to be. Alright, welcome back, guys. I had to go ahead and open my big mouth, didn't I? Venom Disaster is the ability that we pick up. Yeah, I just finished literally saying how Next Order was so much more forgiving and how it wasn't that hard to pick up big tough abilities, and then it takes me like fucking 12 goes to get this bastard. Holy shit. Luckily we do get it in the end, but holy fuck, it's probably pitch black outside. We spent a long time here. Let's have a look. Venom Disaster, very similar to Hurricane. It's down here. It does a little bit less damage than Hurricane. It costs a little bit less energy, but also has the ability to apply poison. Now, poison adds a damage over time kind of function. You guys will be well aware at this point, but sometimes this move can basically proc a poison tick on the enemy, and as they are fighting the rest of the battle, they will take damage. Now, I think it actually times out. I think it'd be pretty broken if it lasted for the whole of the fight, but I could be wrong on that. I'm not sure. Anyways, we pick it up. We succeed here eventually. I'll go ahead and show you guys our money at this point. If I go into Tamer, we now have 86k, so we've pretty much doubled our money just from fighting against these guys, and we've almost got halfway to our next Tamer level up as well, which is honestly kind of ridiculous. I never thought when we were out here that I was going to run out of MP items, but I think we would have. We used 20 large MPs through fighting all those fights. We did pick up a bunch of regular MPs, like medium ones, which was good. It was good. It kind of supplemented that a little bit. But anyways, let's continue on with our travels. That took way longer than I wanted it to, so that kind of sucks. We lost a lot of time there, but regardless, who cares? We do have time to play about with anyways, and that's one of the reasons why we're doing all this shit. Let's continue on our way. Now, I think at 5 PM these guys might need fed. If it's not 5, it might be 6. I can't remember when we fed them last. In fact, I don't think it was that long ago. But because we've spent so much time wandering, then it's probably going to time out. Now, I will nip around and kind of collect some of these resources, guys. I don't know if I will grab all of them, but there is some things we need. Digisap is actually one thing we do need. I don't know how on earth we didn't encounter that Hagurumon there, but regardless. Here we go. We get 2 starboard from this, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, we can only grab that resource point once, which is a bit of a shame. Now, there's something we need to kind of talk about, guys, in relation to the next... the next area. Now, I'm pretty sure that when we were doing our last filler episode, we actually got an email from the game telling us that there was an enemy or a Digimon, a spicy Digimon waiting for us in Faulty Ex Machina. Now, I think when we walk into the next area, we might even proc that Digimon. Now, I've completely forgotten how the interaction works with said Digimon, but he is floating about in one of these areas, and I don't know if we will bang into him or not. Because I think what happened was we upgraded our lab. In the last episode, we upgraded our lab or some shit. I can't remember at this point, but because there was a couple of days in between me recording these 2 filler parts, and I think that the lab upgrade might have procced the appearance of this Digi. So yeah, it is what it is. We'll find out if we go into a fight with him and we have to fight him. Then you know what, you guys are just gonna see that again. Another good reason to watch kind of these kind of fillery bits, I guess. But I didn't want to, and if I could avoid this dude, then I would. But in fact, can I go that way? Isn't there a connection point? Oh, there's another harvest point over here. Yeah, I thought I could maybe connect to that path over there, guys. It looks like there's an extra exit there, but I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking shit. The reason I wanted to come through Faulty Ex Machina in the first place was to harvest these resources, and also to head on through to the back where the King Hagurumon resides. And yeah, I'll explain why about that in a little minute. But anyways, let's pitch our camp here. We now have 6 durability on our tent, guys. That's the premium tent. That's the benefits of that. Let's see if we can get some cooking crits off here. We don't have to make anything insane. Let's just try and make some we'll make some premium steaks for these guys. There we go. Excellent. Finally, for the first time ever. So that's what happens, guys, when you get a critical cooking success, I guess. It's kind of like an RPG where they might add that. I don't know if certain RPGs have... or I was thinking like MMOs. I don't know, but anyways, I'm talking nonsense here. Just gonna feed Daryl and Kay, and then we will peace out. I don't think we need to rest up or anything like that. I just thought we would play about with that a little bit more. I don't think we have any new cooking options or anything available from the tent, but we can maybe look at that in a bit more detail again later on. We've already kind of had a mini glimpse. Let's find out. Yeah, interesting. I thought this might happen, guys, but alright, we're just gonna roll with it. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Do you guys give a shit? Nah, good. That's what I like. So here we go. We have Justimon. I usually call this guy Justimon when I'm playing Hacker's Memory, so if I call him Justimon by accident, then you guys will know why. I'm sorry, I don't know why, but obviously it is Justimon. You did want something from me, so this guy stand here, keep blowing in the wind. There's no other Digimon in the area, so it looks really kind of... I don't know, I wanted to use ominous, but I use that word far too much. It's not really ominous. This guy's just chilling here by himself. Keep blowing. Looking good. Anyways, whoops. Sorry, but I have to go next time, though. And it looks like, actually, he disappears for now. So, Justimon kind of shows his face. I guess that's kind of interesting in a way. When we come back to Excuse me, guys. When we come back to recruiting Jijimon and doing all this other stuff after we have done our main quest, then I will give anybody who is watching that episode a little heads up that we did actually bang into him here and proc this. So I will mention that later on when we get to him. But for the time being, yeah, that's Jijimon, boys and girls. He does exist in this game. He is a recruitable Digimon, and I think he's a pretty tough fight if I remember correctly. Not sure. He probably wouldn't stand up to anything we can throw at him right now with Daryl and Kay here, but who knows. He is here somewhere. We will have to interact with him again later on, so that's something to look forward to, I guess. A mini kind of glimpse. I don't want to call it an Easter egg, but anyways. We're going to pop through here. I'm going to head out the other side of Fault Ex Machina to where the King Hagurumon resides. He is obviously a random chance spawn, so it is kind of unlikely that we see him immediately. In fact, it's really unlikely that we see him for a little while, but hopefully we'll get lucky. I think the last time when we did actually bang into him, we're banging into Gardramon as well. Alright, let's make this go as snappy as we can. The last time we banged into the King Hagurumon, who is actually a Solarmon according to online sources, by the way. I don't really know. You guys can comment on that if you want. Normally I can't tell the difference between some of these things, but the reason I want to fight him is because he pays out good money, and there is also a rumour that he teaches us a really, really good move. Now, honestly, based on my prior experience with this game, I don't think that he can teach us the move that I want to learn, but he does have something on him that is powerful, and I don't think we have it yet. So even if he doesn't give us the move that I want, which I guess I will let you guys in on it, because right now I'm just rambling here, but the move that I have heard online that this guy can teach us is Holy Nova, which is the best move in the Holy Tree. Now, honestly, I don't think that he can give us it, but again, I could be wrong. He's one of these awkward things to test, guys, because on top of the fact that he doesn't spawn every single time you walk in here, obviously, in addition to his infrequent spawn, he obviously then has to also give you the move once you beat him. So even if you can get him to spawn, it doesn't mean you're going to get the move, because you have to get lucky with that as well. So I don't know how the percentage RNG works out, but regardless, my point was that even if he doesn't have Holy Nova, even if we can't get it from this guy, he does use something big and mechanical on us. It looks like it's a big powerful move. You guys will see it when we fight him in just a minute. I'm thinking that it's a machine type move, but again, I could be wrong. It might be something we have already, but what I'll do is I'll just let you guys see it rather than me trying to describe it, because honestly it's kind of difficult. Hopefully we can get this guy to proc without too much of a hard time, but honestly it is kind of just our Donald Duck at this point. I have seen people online kind of tracking the days of the week in which these King Digimon appear. It is definitely a topic to kind of look out for. But honestly, from my experience, it's kind of similar to Digimon World 1. Now, if you guys remember trying to get Piximon to spawn back in the day, if you guys have played Digimon World 1, watched the Let's Play, who knows, then you will know that Piximon can be quite a tricky spawn as well. And I've seen people online saying, oh, he only appears during the morning, he only appears during the night, he only appears blah, blah, blah. Honestly, back in Digimon World 1, I am pretty sure, like I am 99% sure, that Piximon is just a complete random spawn. He has just got a really low percentage chance to appear. And I think that the King Digimon in this game are the same as well. Again, I've seen people keeping track, and maybe I could be wrong. Maybe there is certain days of the week, like maybe this Hagurumon, for example. Maybe he only spawns regularly on a Tuesday. But I am pretty sure that he spawns here just anytime. It's just, again, a small percentage chance for him to be here when you come in. Now, what's interesting is recently I was actually battling against this guy. Again, I was trying to kind of investigate whether he would actually give us the move that we wanted. And I didn't get it that time, but my point is that when I was coming in and out with this guy, I fought him, I went outside the loading screen and I came back in and he was there again, which was kind of, you know, based on what you're seeing right now, how many times have I been in and out this loading screen? Let's say 4 or 5, maybe 6. He hasn't appeared once. Now, I went in, I fought him, I came back out, I went back in, he was there again, and when I went out and I came back in, he was there a 3rd time, which, if that is RNG, then that is a ridiculously small chance for this guy to appear. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. So yeah, as I said, apparently he's called, I'll let you guys see, he is obviously a King Hagurumon, but apparently he is a Solarmon, according to online sources. I think it's the colour of his cogs that reveal whether he's a Solarmon or a Hagurumon, but again, I don't know nearly enough to comment on that myself from my own knowledge, because honestly I'm not sure. Now this ability here, guys, you see that right there? See where the light comes flying out of him and then we take data damage? It looks like some sort of data move. Hopefully he'll use it again and you guys can see. I think that might be a new ability. It might be something we already have, but it's so tricky to tell sometimes. There is obviously no kind of... there's no indication that here it is here. Unfortunately for you guys, Flamestorm is happening at the same time, so it is a bit tricky to see, but I don't know if that's a move or not that we can pick up. Regardless, one of the other good reasons for coming here is that this guy gives us 11k. 11k, that's the tent paid for already. So yeah. Again, unlikely that we pick up anything. I do want this mini chip, unfortunately, and even though our inventory is full, we're going to get rid of something. I forgot. I actually forgot we have all this fish. Fuck. I should have definitely chucked that away. Now, I want to hang on to the bandage. We could get rid of Stingmons later. That'd be funny. Can we try that? No, I can't discard that. God. I just thought I'd see what happens. I'm such a fucking troll. Alright. Now, we're going to get rid of the bandage, guys. Fuck it. So, we don't pick up anything from this guy. Again, we could try again to proc this. What we'll do is I'm going to pop in here in and out one more time, guys. We're going to fight him once more. And, yeah, I'm going to come back when we get him. Hopefully, he can teach us something. But if he can't, then I'm just going to chalk this one up as, no, he can't give us anything. And then peace out for a bit. Because this guy's too stressful to get to appear regularly enough to grind against. And if he's not going to give us anything the second time, then honestly, we're just going to leave it. I'm not too fussed. But anyways, I'm going to be back in just a moment. Hopefully, we can get this guy to spawn pretty soon. And, yeah, back in a sec. Alright folks, welcome back. Here we are. We're against the giant cog guy himself. And that didn't take too long. I mean, it was okay. I think in-game it's probably past a few hours, which is obviously a couple of minutes. I think there was like, I don't know off the top of my head, like at least 10 loading screen retries there, so it's not too bad. One thing I was thinking about, and this is something that I was going to talk about at the start of the episode and then it slipped my mind very briefly, but yeah, one thing I need to be careful of with this episode, guys, and this is nothing to do with, again, there's nothing that you guys can kind of do about any of this stuff, so it's just something that I was personally looking at, this speed chip we want but we can't pick up again. Basically, I was looking at my hard drive before I started recording this and it's like borderline full, so I really hope that that this episode behaves itself when it finishes recording, because I have had issues with that in the past. So yeah, I remembered that. I thought, do you know what I should do today? Clear out my hard drive, and then I didn't do it. So yeah, hopefully we don't get punished for that. But regardless, let's see. The stamina mini chip obviously would be a good thing to get rid of. See these 2 remedy discs, guys? We could keep these for the final dungeon. It would make a lot of sense, but honestly, I'm just gonna get rid of them. And we don't pick up any moves, so that's fine. Kind of to be expected. Again, I have no idea if that guy has something that we can learn, but regardless, if he does, then we might have to come back and pick up at some point later on. I don't think that move that he uses is Holy Nova. Holy Nova does have a very majestic kind of shining light about it. It is obviously the top holy move, as I mentioned, and therefore it is quite aesthetically angelic, if that made any sense at all. So yeah, I don't know if I've told this story before, but I did when we did our Hacker's Memory finale. That episode, the last episode of that Let's Play, turned out to be like an hour and a bit long. It was a long, you know, recording session. I think when I actually recorded it, it was 2 hours long, and then in editing I shortened it down to like 1.5 hours, 1 hour 40 minutes or something like that. I can't remember, but I remember this heart-stopping moment where, you know, we started the final dungeon, went all the way through the ends, all the final bosses with Hacker's Memory. You know how like some of those kind of games have like multiple layers of final bosses. Got through all that, beat it all first time, was feeling great. Went through all the cutscenes with Erica and all that stuff, and then I went through, you know, all the post-game credits, all of the, you know, chatting to you guys about it, saying thank you, wrapping up the series, introducing the final montage kind of thing that we did, and then I hit stop record after it was all done, and the system that I use, which is OBS, it just came up with like this error message across it, and it done that thing where, like, you know, when a window goes grey and it's like Windows is not responding. It did that for like 30 seconds, guys, and I was just sitting there. Again, it was just like I was praying to the old gods and the new at this point, right? I was just sitting there and I was like, you must be kidding, please don't do this to me. And I just sat staring at my monitor for like 30 seconds, and I'm glad I didn't, you know, do anything stupid and drastic like rage out. But eventually, again, like 30-40 seconds after I clicked stop, it did actually restore itself, and it came back and everything was great. There was no problems at all with that clip. So yeah, I mean, just I should learn from my mistakes. And again, I should mention that, again, that occurred because my hard drive was like borderline full. It was like 90% full, which is not if you're doing any recording stuff, just make sure you've got space, guys. Word to the wise. And yeah, don't put yourself in a fucking stroke-inducing spot like I was, where I honestly nearly died. But anyways, yeah, bit of a ramble there, bit of a random tangent, but yeah. Let's pitch our tent up again for the second time this ep, and have a little nap with these guys. Now, these dudes, I should have showed you this earlier. I think they're 18. They're either 18 or 19, but when we wake up, a day is going to have advanced with these fellows. So we are kind of aware of these two Digimon passing away, guys. That's something we need to consider. And there's a couple of things we'll talk about here. Interesting. So, to kind of keep these guys happy, we're going to feed them some chilly breakfast in the snow here. Going to give them some best meat. That's not what I intended to do, but fuck it, we'll embrace it at this point. So, we have a Digimale, which I'm going to talk about in a second, but also, so Daro and Kei, yesterday they were 17, now they're 18. They're going to get through all of today and become 19, but after that point, I'm not sure when they're going to pass away. We don't have the tamer skill that finally increases final life. We will be taking that soon, but we haven't got it yet. So, based on whenever you guys think these dudes will pass away, I think normally they live past 21 as megas, but I could be completely wrong about that. I'm so kind of out of touch with the game at this point that it's kind of it's a bit foggy in the old memory and whatnot. But anyways, I think we fought against this guy before, right? And he actually moved our spawn point for this tree. So this time I'm actually going to harvest it and we're going to be on our way. And then in a minute, once we get after this battle, we're going to check our Digimale and find out who we've been contacted about this time. Because again, we spoke about this yesterday. I think once a day, when you are kind of wandering around the world and you haven't made any legitimate progression, you get a little digi message from the town inhabitants kind of telling you, you know, you should be going this way. Let's find out who we're finding out. Oh, let's find out about. Who have we got info about today? So Koromon, I'm shocked. It was the hero I was talking about. It's a Digimon named Justicemon. I heard that Justicemon picks on smaller Digimon. If it's true, it would be so sad, or I'll be so sad. So, actually, I could be talking all nonsense about all that Digimale stuff. It looks like it's just a follow-up for the Justicemon quest. So obviously, because we banged into him, I think we're getting a follow-up from Koromon. Now, if this is the only interaction in this game in which you get contacted via Digimale about, if Justicemon is the only Digimon in this game that you get like a message about, then I'm not sure. Maybe everything I've said about getting that information when you haven't been doing anything is a lie. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have read the email first. But anyways, we have that to come back to at some point, which is kind of cool and stuff as well. So Justicemon, I guess now when we go back to Fault AXE, we'll be waiting to be procced again. So whether that's a thing or not, I'm not sure. Let's look for this King Meramon, guys. I think actually the best loading screen to reset for fighting this guy is probably this one, because when we come through the loading screen, we can actually see directly in front of us whether he is here or not. Whereas if I went in and out the Frost Cathedral itself, then we would probably end up walking straight into him by accident. So what I'm going to do here is just reset the loading screen here for a couple of times. Hopefully we bang into this dude soon. I won't do this for very long. I think we're only going to fight him once, guys, because I don't think the big Meramon has any important moves. I think he uses a bunch of fire moves, obviously, because he is fire type, and we have almost all of those. In fact, I can't even remember if we have all the fire moves, but regardless, we're only going to fight this guy once. We're going to get the items, we're going to get the money, and I think what we could probably do is get Sorcerermon inside the Frost Cathedral to send us somewhere random and see where he takes us, because we haven't really done any of that thing. Again, we didn't put as much emphasis on it before when we were in the Frost Cathedral during that episode, because we were focusing on other stuff. We wanted to go back to the city, wrap up episodes and whatnot. So yeah, maybe this time we could actually do that and kind of have a play about with him. I don't think, again, he isn't a Digimon that joins the city, so that's again why we didn't put as much emphasis on talking to him. But we could definitely do that now, seeing as we're in our kind of wandering episode, chilling. Right, if he's not here, yeah, okay. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to just give you guys a quick skip, give my tongue a rest, and hopefully when we come back, this guy will be here. Alright, guys. Funnily enough, this fellow actually was here. Oh, well, he's here now, obviously, because he's standing right in front of us. But this ginormous, like, icicle in the middle of the area actually kind of cock-blocks the view from him. So I wonder if maybe there was a couple of times when I was walking in and out loading screen and he actually was there, and I didn't realise. I shudder to think that that could be a possibility, but knowing my luck, he probably was here when I was talking to you guys, and you were like, Jack, he's there, and I just was like talking shit and walked out the loading screen. But hopefully that never happened. We're going to assume that never happened, because that would be truly traumatic if it did. But anyways, we're going to collect all our stuff. I really should have done this off screen while I was wandering about, but regardless, we're here now. We're going to... I was going to say we could just ditch the last resource, but I actually think we can get Digi Emeralds from this spot over here, so I am just going to stretch you guys one last time, and I apologise for this, but we're going to quickly grab this spot here. I think there's one more thing to harvest in this area, but I'm not going to grab that. That would just be painful. There's the Digi Diamond, alright, so that's what we wanted, and there's a Digi Ruby as well. Is there anything over here? Let me just check the map real quick. Yeah, there is one in the far corner, which in fact, you know what? I've took you this far. I keep stringing you guys along, but apparently, yeah, we've never actually harvested this before, guys, because if you go into the map, you can see that some of the map is unrevealed to us. You see these dark squares as parts we haven't been to, and this one was in a dark square, which means I never spoke to this. I never harvested this the last time. Luckily, we do actually get mithril from it, which is a fantastic resource to grab. Apparently, we can't carry any more materials because, you know, we haven't been back to the city in so long, so... yeah, it is what it is. I think that's actually a really good point to harvest, but I'm not pitching the tent. I just simply cannot be bothered. And you guys have waited enough for the Blue Metamon fight, so let's just talk to this guy. What's up, big fella? You ready to tango? Ready to dance with the boys? I think this guy's kind of due a rematch at this point anyway. Level 32, Blue Metamon, and yeah, here we go. This guy pays out a fantastic amount of money, guys. Great for farming bits, if you can be bothered with the whole loading screen shenanigans. One thing that is much better about this guy as opposed to when we fought against the Solarmon or Haguramon or whoever it was, the other king guy that we just left in Faulty X. The loading screen for the Frost Cathedral area that this guy spawns in is so much better. It loads so much quicker than the Faulty X Machina loading screen. I think what happens is when you're in Faulty X and you go out of Faulty X, you're arriving in the Rose Palace area, the Palace of Thorns, and I get the feeling that that area takes a lot longer to load by the game. Because, yeah, because there's like the bridge and then the castle and then there's multiple exits and shit. Ton of Digimon in that area. I don't know. Maybe not, maybe so. But regardless, my point is this area that we were fighting the King Metamon in, it loads a lot faster. So here we go. 13.5k, which is great. 200 XP. I do want that HP chip, unfortunately. And I still have a full inventory, which is a massive pain. Let's see. We should probably ditch some fish here. Black Digitrout. Oh, I kind of want you. Orange Banana, I think we're going to have to say goodbye to you. One thing to point out, guys, we actually picked up some Digi Snakeheads when we were fighting against... who was it we were fighting? Oh, it was the Taomon. The Taomon in the cabin when we were trying to get the move. We actually picked up 2 of these, which is good because we need these for someone later on to do with a fishing quest. So there we go. Snakeheads acquired. Great. I think, yeah, to kind of stop beating around the bush, let's get rid of the bananas. And head inside the Frost Cathedral. I'm going to meet you guys at Wizardmon, I think. Because you guys have sat through enough nonsense, and for me to travel through here, I'm going to probably end up in some fights. So, yeah, see you guys soon. Alright guys, welcome back. Here we are. I think, if my memory serves me well, which it doesn't often, I'm pretty sure... Oh, I really want to harvest this shit, man. What the fuck? I forgot all about the resource lackage of spacage. I'm pretty sure this is where we want to go. Yeah, this is our area. We did actually bang into a little fight. Let's actually pitch our tent, guys. Fuck it. I should have done this when I was in the last area, because honestly we're about to port out of this place, which is a bit of a shame, but anyways, it doesn't matter. What was I saying? I was saying something there. Nonsense. Yeah, I almost forgot which portal was it that took us into the correct place, so yeah, that was almost a pain. Let's feed this to Darryl here, and that is us. We will break camp. Cool. We get a nice little tamer level up as well, so I guess again we are getting serious rewards for being able to do all this kind of training stuff, guys. I'm going to say that we're in here. Let's see. Make sure you come back within 24 hours. So again, I don't see us actually coming back. So yeah, it is what it is. I don't know what it is. I was earlier on. I was calling this guy Wizardmon, by the way, guys. When obviously he is Sorcerermon, so that's my B. What? Who are we getting a Digimail about now? Come back, says Sorcerermon, within the next 24 hours. And report where you flew off to. Now that we're actually here in Bonnie Resort, this gives us a good chance to go down and train against Garurumon as well, and kind of continue on our training spree a little bit. Again, we're probably coming up for the end of this episode at some point soon, guys, but yeah, I'm going to take you guys round and down. I've just done a bunch of time skips, so why don't we... Do we want to keep you guys here? Nay. You guys are like, no Jack, no, I don't want to see you walk down through Bonnie Resort. And truthfully, I wouldn't want to see it either, so I think we'll just do another little skipperoo here. I'll see you guys at the big chapel, or the small chapel rather, and we'll fight against Garurumon for a little bit. Head back to the city, organise some stuff, deposit things in the banks, have a quick chit chat, and maybe even see how our upgrade is going. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, guys, I'll be back in just a little second. See you then. Alright, guys, welcome back. This is a bit ridiculous in all honesty, but when I was heading along the path of the corpse way there, outside the little driveway that leads to this area rather, I did actually fill up our materials again, so I have to break camp once again at the 10 and try and store some of these resources up, because again, coming into this area I can't actually get Digilight or Diginight from this spot, I believe. From one of these spots anyway, and then obviously over there close to the church I can actually harvest Digigodwood, I'm pretty sure, as well. So I do definitely want to be picking up some of these resources inside the church. Again, there's holy water as well, which is probably, again, I don't know how important it is at this stage, but I really thought I could get Digilight or Diginight from this, but apparently not. Apparently I'm just talking absolute shit. Now, we don't actually have any points, any tamer skills in our harvesting abilities or anything like that, so when we do come in these parts, it is kind of just, we're going with the default ability to harvest. Now, honestly, I can't be arsed with this fucking Greymon fight, but it's just, we're training and stuff anyway, so why not? This fight is going to be donezo so quick. In fact, do you know what I will do here really quick is I'll just tell Fighting Aura to be picked by Gankumon, and then with Gallantmon I'm going to tell him to just Firestorm again. Hopefully these guys will just insta-reset, which is exactly what they do. And that is us, fight over and done with, ASAP. Cool. Celestial Chestnut is kind of good to pick up from these guys as well. Which we can't pick up because our bag is full. Why haven't I just upgraded the backpack? That's something I should have done. Let's get rid of our stamina mini chip, because I think that's not as good as the chestnuts now. Obviously, some of you guys might disagree with that, but honestly, our stats are going to be good enough when we train for this final dungeon anyway. So I think a small chip, although it would obviously help, I'm not really that fucking, I'm not going to lose sleep over that one, boys. So we're alright. Let's go into the church. Now, obviously we have Wergurudamon here. He is not outlined, his name is not outlined in black anymore, or red, sorry, outlined in black. Obviously, we don't have to fear this guy, which we did used to do when we came in here with Gallantmon, Daryl and Kay. How many episodes ago was that? At this point it feels like ages and ages, but first time we came in here to fight against this guy after these two just digivolved, we were kind of nervous about this guy. I think we had to bash out a bunch of large recoveries. That has completely changed. I mean, we don't even get close to one breaking. This dude is absolutely donezo. Obviously with the help of the ability Fighting Aura that he himself taught us, feels kind of bad that we're using his own shit on him, but anyways. It just goes to show you as well, guys, holy shit, how good of a training partner is this guy, as well as obviously the money that he pays us. He still gives us almost max stats, which is just ridiculous, considering that we're all the way up to 3,000 at this point. So there is a confusion cherry there. We got one from the battle, and yeah, I don't think we need to pick that up. It's a shame because it could go into our cooking pot a little bit. But anyways, let's do we want to talk to you? I mean, why not? I don't think she's going to interact with us yet, but yeah. So we still have this angelic Digimon here, whose name I have completely forgotten. Forgot it last time I came in, forgot it this time. Probably going to forget it the next time we fucking visit the bitch as well. But anyways, we still can't interact with her anyways. She is obviously going to have to wait until after the post-game, after we upgrade all of our stuff. One thing I could actually comment on, guys, and this is like a run-up to the last episode. Remember at the end of the last filler, when we were in the desert and we fought against Grand Quagmon, right? And then we were looking for H-Cabuterimon, and we have Stingmon's letter for him. I realised and I remembered when I was looking this stuff up later on, Mega Cabuterimon is the one that's in the desert is not the same Mega Cabuterimon that we need to deliver Stingmon's letter to. The one in the desert is Mega Cabuterimon Blue, and the one that we need to deliver the letter to is actually Mega Cabuterimon Red. And he is actually in our final dungeon, so we can't access him at this point. I know I talked a lot about, upgrading the town, upgrading the buildings, and maybe even like wait until the post game. I was kind of half right in the sense that obviously Mega Cabuterimon, who we do actually want to fight against, and deliver Stingmon's letter rather, he is in the final dungeon. So that is a bit of a follow up to that. We don't have to worry about him just yet. We'll come to him later on. Anyways, let's autopilot back. We have so many resources to deposit, so thank God for that. I'm also going to pop over here right now. I'm going to head back in here because I want to upgrade the restaurant area, to get the little cutscene. I don't know if it's going to proc right now. It might do. Yeah, I was going to stick all of our fish in the bank. I don't know why I was talking about upgrading. I guess there was like 3 plans in my head there and they all just came out once. I wanted to deposit all of our fish in the bank, and I was going to do that really quickly. But then I think what I'm going to do is actually just sell it to the shopkeeper, all the fish that we don't need, that is. So we proc this this little interaction here, which means that our restaurant is now upgraded again. It has this nice new coat of paint on the outside. I guess we could go in and take a peek as well. Why the fuck not? Seraphimon, buddy. What have you got for us now? Jeez. Oh my goodness, guys. So we have what have we got at this point? We've got 150k bits, but if we want to spend 50k of that, so 1/3 of our total, then I guess we could come in here and buy a dazzling Carpaccio. Carpaccio, forgive me if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but yeah, we could pick up a bunch of stats for this expensive dish here. Holy shit, 50 grand for a meal. So that's Seraphimon's extra food. Down here with Renamon we have the local udon, or udon, local udon. Again, my cuisine knowledge is little to non-existent, guys, so if it doesn't say beans on toast, I'm not that familiar. I know that's ignorant and I apologise. I wish I was a bit more cultured, but I was born in Scotland. What can you say? Here we are here. Lava mushroom pot. We've got this available to us here as well, which again is 5k. I guess it's just an extra way to boost our MP and shit, it looks like, with Meramon. And then Lopmon, have you got anything new for us? Carefree stick. Yeah, 1500. Some extra cheap little stats here and there. I mean, like, over there, like, Lopmon and Terriermon are both going to have new dishes, but you get the drift at this point. We're not that bothered. We could talk to Etamon real quick. Have you got any good stuff in the stock market for us to work with today? Not really. I guess we could sell our scrolls, guys. Let's do that. Fuck it. I don't want to buy scrolls. I want to sell them. So we're going to sell all 5. And we're going to pick up 25k here for that. So we bought 5 of these scrolls. I think we bought them when they were 3. So we've probably spent about 15k. And now we've made a 10k profit. So that's the way that works. You sell it when it's red. You buy it when it's blue. Pretty straightforward. I know you guys know this at this point. I've said it like a fucking million times, so forgive me. Let's go back into Builder. We're going to put on one last upgrade with Vmon here before we wrap shit up. What could we do? Builder, that would be a fantastic upgrade, I guess. But again, in terms of our late game, how important would that actually be? In fact, out of all of them, it looks like it's probably the most important. Jijimon's house I would like to upgrade, but we have nowhere near the Godwood or sap required. Item shop. Diamonds we've got 5 out of 20, so again we would need to go back and harvest more glaciers in the snow, I think. There's probably another good place to get that, but off the top of my head I'm not entirely sure where that would be. So yeah, I think we're just going to either put on, probably not the advanced item shop, guys. I think we're going to put on the builder. Upgraded, completo, dunzo, crudo, perfecto. Pop out here, grab the meat, and that's us, guys. Again, I don't know what to say. I hope I made it clear that this was going to be a chillaxy episode. You know, nothing surprising there, but yeah, we have done a bunch of collecting, we've done a bunch of grinding, we have quite a fair bit of money. I mean, 150k is nothing to turn our nose up at, believe me, but regardless, we probably could have earned a little bit more if we had actually, you know, went full tryhard on the if we had went full tryhard on collecting the bits and doing the fights, then that would have been fine. But we also did a bit of a wander and we did a bit of an investigation. Gallantmon and K, I mean, we don't really have to look at these guys because they will be passing away pretty soon. But regardless, the attack skills is what I wanted to come in and have a look at. We picked up Hurricane, obviously, which is, or Venom Disaster. Hurricane and Venom Disaster is kind of similar. I don't know if there's any other abilities we could run and grab. One thing I was laughing at earlier on, guys, is obviously from about row 4 down we have all the moves except from this one here. This second ability in the Poison Tree, we've never picked this up for some reason. I guess we just haven't fought against enough poison type Digimon to pick this up. But yeah, it's kind of that's a thing that happened. If we do end up with a Holy Digimon, I will be kind of nervous because that is like one of the trees that we have the least amount of damage in, which is a bit of a shame. Obviously it's counterbalanced by the fact the Holy Breath is great, and Flash is actually okay as well. I mean, Gallantmon's been doing pretty good work with that, so I guess we wouldn't have to be too scared. If we ended up with a Fire type, a Wind type, a Earth type, or a Melee type, then that would be fantastic. But only time will tell. I'm not going to aim for those specific Digimon. What I'm going to do is, there's no really a point in me talking about this, but I guess I can kind of discuss this with you guys as well as my kind of plans. Let's go up to the fishing bank because that is our meditation zone, or it has been these past few episodes. I'm going to fish for a little second just while I chat to you guys about my plans. basically what's happening, folks, is on the did that here, and I have an item. What's this come back? Oh fuck yeah, I forgot to sell all the fish. God damn it. Alright, we'll do that really quickly. You guys get the drill. The poll you guys voted on before, I am going to take into consideration when I pick our 2 eggs at the start of the next episode, and that will begin our finale and all of the training that ensues. Now again, the training will be summed up for you guys, so you won't have to sit through all of that. It's going to be a nice kind of short 5-6 minute video, I think. That's my plans. I've not even touched any editing, so that could completely change. Don't take my word for it. But yeah, that will be our training and stuff. Let's have a look down here. I want to get rid of some of this shit. So 10 fish. Digi-trout I actually think we need, so I'm not going to sell that. Digi-croaken, I don't know if we need you. Black trout, we need 3 of those, but I think you have to catch them all at once, so I don't know if that's important. The snakeheads I'm definitely not going to sell. And we still have this as well, Mega Caboteriumon Blues Digivolve item. I think what we'll do is we'll hang on to that and give that to Antlemon when we are training up for our next set of Megas. And that will hopefully help us get that shit organised and all that jazz. But there's actually not much I want to sell here at the bank. But yeah, we're going to buy back really quickly and get stocked up. Again, I'll probably do a lot of this off screen anyway, so really I don't need to be in here just now, so let's just leave it. We're going to be doing a bunch of editing, we're going to be doing a bunch of recording, you guys are going to get to see the juicy bits, we're going to train up our babies from our 2 eggs that you guys have selected, and yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think it's going to be good fun, and yeah, for the most part that is us, guys. I'm depositing all this stuff, but honestly I'm probably going to rejig all this and fix it later on anyway, so I don't really need to be doing that. Thanks for watching, guys. I could do some other stuff with you folks, but honestly, you're probably burnt out at this stage. There isn't much else to be doing, honestly, because really all I'm going to be doing now is probably passing some time in-game, making sure that Daryl and Kay work their way easily into retirement. I don't know when that's going to be, but it could be in the morning. And yeah, that's pretty much us. I've pretty much spoke through everything that I'm going to be doing soon, so I don't need to cover any of that shit again. I want to thank you guys once again for sticking through our filler episodes. I don't have any exciting code words for you guys off the top of my head, and I'm not going to try and come up with something because, as you can see, I'm a bit tired today. Things are a bit slower, I'm not as excited, and I keep talking absolute rubbish. So yeah, I need to go for a little nap, I think. Need to get some food. And yeah, get ourselves geared up for our finale, which will be, if it's not tomorrow, it will be the day after, but it should be tomorrow. Should be tomorrow. You guys will know. If you are wanting to find out any updates about any of that stuff, then definitely check me out on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, and yeah, that's the best place to kind of stay updated, because normally that's the first place I'll go to kind of put my thoughts out there, give you guys my plans, let you know immediately when the episodes are coming out, what times in the different time zones. I'll try and do that as much as I can, but it's something I don't do as much as I probably should. But anyways, yeah, Twitter's the place to be if you want to get any info about that kind of shit. And yes, when we come back tomorrow, we will be ready to go, and I hope you guys are excited, because I definitely am. But thanks for watching, guys. Second filler over, and yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, have a great night wherever you are in the world. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye, guys. Take care.